Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, and I want to address investors that have bought in bubble markets. Maybe that's Orlando, Florida, or Las Vegas, or Atlanta, or Phoenix, or even California. Because, what's happened in those markets is investors have gone in there, bought a tremendous amount of property. Corporate buyers, of course, are buying a lot of property. The Blackstone Group has 45,000 homes at this present time, and by the end of the year, that'll top 50,000, and they're not the only Wall Street firm to do that. So in these bubble markets, we're seeing, to a certain extent, an oversaturation now of rental property. Now, I saw this in Phoenix in 2004. For instance, we're seeing it again now. Vacancy rates are starting to rise a little bit. Rents are starting to depress. This is normal supply and demand. It is not rocket science. Is if you have too much supply, then rents have got to go down because of the competition. And if there's too much property, then vacancy rates have got to go up. And so what I recommend to you is that you start looking at markets that have, like Oklahoma City, a 1 to 3% vacancy rate, that also have rental appreciation of 3 to 5%, mainly because we are effectively balanced in supply and demand. And in fact, really, we have too little supply at this point for the population growth. We are the 7th fastest growing metro area, over 1 million in the United States, with a 3.8% unemployment rate. People are moving here because we have the jobs. And these are great jobs. These are not cheap jobs. They're not call center type jobs. They are people with college degree type of jobs. So here's the thing, the 1031 tax deferred exchange. I want you to think about this. You probably have heard about it. Maybe some of you have also done it. I know in 2004 and 2005, a lot of people were doing 1031s and buying property in Oklahoma City. Essentially, this is what a 1031 tax deferred exchange is. It allows you to sell a property, maybe buy as many, let's say, as 3 properties with all the cash, and you've got to invest all the cash. You've got to find these properties in 45 days, and you've got to close them in 6 months. And here's the good news. When you do that, there are no taxes. You've been taking depreciation every month, every year, based on a 27.5 years on the improvements. And you have to pay, if you sell and don't do a 1031, you got to pay 25% of that back. And after that, then they work on your basis, and then capital gains comes in. Right now, that would be about 15%, but we expect that to go to at least 20%. So investment with a 1031 is the gift that keeps on giving. My suggestion to you in some of these markets, take a hard look at the vacancy. Take a hard look at the rents. Now, if the values are there, if you bought low and you can sell high, if you bought at 140 and now you can sell at 220, then sell that property at 220. Get out of those markets that are now starting to fade and put your money into markets that are on the upswing that can really give you tremendous cash flow and tremendous return. And the 1031 will allow you to do that without paying any taxes. It's like the government giving you an interest-free loan. If you want more information about a 1031 tax deferred exchange, please email me at joe@joepryor.com. That's joe@joepryor.com, or my phone number is on this site. So I hope you get a little education on that. If not, we'll get you the right people. We'll get you hooked up. We'd love to do business with you on a 1031 exchange in Oklahoma City. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.